I was reborn on the day my sister, final part. I knew Tilda just wanted to see me embarrassed, but I wasn't stupid. I wasn't going to storm out like she did in my last life, giving everyone in the room and the Pearsons something to gossip about. I remembered how everyone back then had said Tilda wasn't calm enough and wasn't fit to be the Pearsons' eldest daughter-in-law. After that, Samantha never treated her kindly, and Tilda suffered endlessly in the Pearson household. I took the microphone, smiled confidently at the guests, and said, Mike had an important deal to handle today. When it's time for the toast, I'll be standing in for him. I hope you all don't mind. As soon as the words left my mouth, the whispers in the room stopped. From her seat at the head table, Samantha gave me a look of approval. The wealthy and successful Pearsons cared most about appearances and other people's opinions. In moments like this, a daughter-in-law had to stay calm and show she could carry herself like the lady of the house. Tilda noticed Samantha's approving look as well, and her eyes flashed with anger. Gross. Just wait till the toast. I'll make sure you embarrass yourself. Honestly, being able to hear people's thoughts felt like a blessing. Having that secret ability made everything so much easier. When it was time for the toast, I lifted my gown and walked toward the stage with a steady pace. Tilda's eyes were glued to me as she silently counted 1, 2, 3. Right at the third beat, I stepped aside to fix my heel, and Tilda went crashing to the floor, breaking her glass and getting the champagne all over herself. You okay? Phil rushed to help her, but his thoughts betrayed him. What an idiot! All eyes in the room turned to watch, while Samantha's face darkened with anger. How clumsy! You don't even act the way a Pearson should. I am sorry. I didn't mean to, Tilda stammered. Her words sounded apologetic, but her eyes were burning with resentment. If it were me, I would have chosen to stay low and live quietly this time around. But Tilda couldn't stand to see me living well, so naturally, I wasn't going to let her walk all over me. Because of Tilda's blunder, the wedding ended quickly. From start to finish, Samantha never gave Tilda a pleasant look, but when she looked at me, her eyes were warm with approval. She even took my hand and said, I'll make sure Mike comes home tonight to keep you company and make it up to you. And sure enough, Mike really did come home that night. He walked in while loosening his tie, looking completely drained. I hurried over to grab his clothes for him. You must be exhausted today. He just gave me a glance and didn't respond. In my past life, the servants had whispered that Mike didn't even come home on his wedding night. Tilda had waited in the room all by herself, becoming the butt of everyone's jokes. When she tried to complain to Samantha, she only got scolded. Samantha told her it was her own fault that she couldn't win a man's heart. While Mike was showering, I set up the room. I laid up fresh sheets on the bed, poured him a drink, and tidied up the couch so I could sleep there. When he came out and saw the arrangement, a flicker of surprise crossed his eyes. I quickly explained, you can sleep on the bed. I'll take the couch. He narrowed his eyes at me. Is this your way of playing hard to get? He was draped in just a robe, his chest partly exposed, with water droplets still clinging to his skin. He looked, well, I couldn't deny that his body was impressive. I quickly averted my gaze. No, I'm not playing hard to get. We don't really know each other, so sleeping in the same bed would just feel awkward for both of us. And, if possible, I'd like to make a deal with you. His brow lifted. What kind of deal? Since this is basically a business marriage, why don't we just live our own lives privately and act like a couple in public? I married you so I could have stability and not worry about money. I don't expect love. When he heard this, the corner of his lips curved into a faint smile. You're smart. I like that. Fine, I agree. The truth was, I wasn't capable of controlling a man's heart anyway. In the Pearsons, his attitude toward me would depend entirely on Samantha's attitude.